All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin.
I'm Tarsha.
This is Conversations with the Crawleys. We do conversations about faith, family, relationships, and we do recaps, reviews, and commentaries on the shows that we're watching. And this is all about Ready to Love, Philadelphia style. Philly. All right, so if this is content that you enjoy, you know what to do. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, request notifications.
And share.
Meet us in the comments. We'll see you, and we will have a conversation. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's going on?
What's up? What's up?
All right, so we're on episode 4 of Ready to Love, Philly. And who went home last week? Your boy Wayne.
Yes.
Was it Wayne? Yeah,
yes.
Wayne.
Yes.
Who was like, I'm going to take my time.
Yeah, right. You don't got time.
And they were like, time waits for no one. You gone.
Take your time off for Ready to Love.
Right. Take your time. Okay. Figure it out on your own.
Okay.
So opens up. Men are invited to the vault. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to look that up because that looks like probably a cool place as far as a speakeasy type of lounge type situation.
It looks really cool, and it fits with the premise. They're supposed to meet. You're supposed to keep everything in the vault. Stop talking outside.
And Tommy's making it very clear because last season, I don't know if y'all remember, there was this whole thing about there's this whole sub drama about a text chain of trying to get people out, what have you. So keep it in the vault. What happens in the vault stays in the vault. Mm-hmm. All right. I don't know if we'll ever make it to Philly, but
I don't have any plans.
I don't have any plans
to be in Philly.
There's nothing pulling us there at this time. Right. So, all right. But anyway, his assignment to them is for the guys to take the ladies on dates to the places that matter most. He was like, if that means work, if that means your house, you ain't coming to my job.
You don't need to know where I work.
Well, you work from home, so.
Hey, even better, you don't need to know where I work or home.
Completely from home. All right. So Cisco does say, and every time I say the name Cisco,
you go dun, 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 dun.
In my head. Or 5 steps to eternity we were for. Y'all remember the Drew Hill songs? All right. And 3 wishes. All right. Anyway, I got to get it out of my head. I had to get it out. All right. So Naeem is like, look, I'm going to take you out of my job. I own a gym.
Hey, I need free publicity.
Right. I'm going to put this out there so anybody in Philly that's trying to get fit, trying to get tight.
Okay.
So he invites Deanna, Fritz, Khil, True, and Sahara. Right? Deanna shows up first. Yeah. The others show up, except for True. True don't show up for a while.
Right.
So Naeem is like, he says he's most interested in True. Right? Now, I don't know if he told them what the date was going to be, because Sahara didn't come looking like she was ready to work out.
Yeah, it's like, it looks like she had on leggings.
But she had on sandals, it looked like.
But she had sandals and a different top that you typically don't see at the gym.
Right.
Now, who's the firefighter? The woman firefighter? Deanna. She seemed like she came, like she knew that they were about to work.
She understood the assignment.
Well, you said come to the gym. So I would assume somehow he's going to implement some type of working out.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know if they didn't get the memo or they just decided.
So they're working out. Sahara and Fritz was kind of struggling.
Right.
Admittedly, so I'd be struggling too with some of the stuff they was doing.
Right. Right, because they probably haven't been in gym in a while. So, but they hung in there.
Yes.
And they participated because they didn't have to. They could have been sitting on the sidelines and watching.
I'm going to watch y'all.
Right. We'll talk among yourselves until y'all finish.
Right. Treat y'all like a P90X. We'll just watch.
P90X.
I ain't heard P90X in a long time.
Yeah, I heard that just recently. So came up here.
So Deanna does say that she's looking to connect with Khil. And they're talking.
Yeah.
And he is from Philly, but he went to African school.
Yes.
Boarding school. And he was like, it was one of them schools where they could beat you if you stepped out of line.
Our son went to one of them schools. We gave him permission to use the paddle.
Yeah. But they had a whole other issues going on.
Yeah, they did.
They were a little mental. They had some other craziness issues. Right. Giving our child away to some other parent one day I'm still hot as fish grease about that. And that's like 15 years ago. All right. Anyway, let's work through that trauma. All right.
I'm the one that had to go figure out where he was and go pick him up.
Yeah, and then I had to go have the conversation with the headmaster or headmistress's daughter, who is just as bat crazy as the mother. All right. Yeah. I don't even know if that school is still open.
I think it is.
No. If you're in Tulsa, be on the lookout. I'm just telling you. And they black owned too. That should narrow it down for you. And the last name is Brown. That should narrow it down even further for you. All right. So anyway, but he was talking about they had, I guess, the place where you go to get corrected was called Baba Do Right.
You're right. Baba Do Right. I thought it was hilarious. That was the most funniest thing.
I have a theory though. I think because that's the second time I've heard something called Baba whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Baba is a term of endearment or something.
Tell me.
Like you call your elders. I think it's the father figure.
Okay.
It's called Baba.
Okay. Let us know in the comments. Because I know when I was at Morehouse, like the freshman week, which was it was kind of like a hazing week. They were like, we going to Baba Land.
Going to Baba.
Baba Land was at that time was just a field behind the gym that they had chairs set up so they could come talk about Morehouse men don't do this, Morehouse men don't do that.
Oh, okay.
And it was Baba Land. So, all right. Anyway, moving along. So finally, True decides to show up.
Yeah.
After she got off of her 15. She's not the one that got 15 jobs. That's I know the other one. But True shows up.
She was working.
Yes. And she's like, I still haven't heard from Naeem. Mm-hmm. And Naeem's like, well,
I just called you.
I just texted you.
Something about he called or texted or something.
And she was in the middle of something, so she gave a thumbs up or...
No, she gave question marks.
Question marks,
That's what he's like, but you gave me question marks, so I didn't know what that meant.
So, I'm not...
Okay, I'll let you go.
I don't have necessarily an issue with the fact that she gave the Google Voice number. I recognize just because I know how I operate, I know what I have my different numbers for. Mm-hmm. I even, I don't have an issue with it.
This shouldn't. Okay.
You got a number. You got a way to communicate with her.
It shouldn't have been an issue because she's a woman. And if she wants to protect her peace, she just met you. She don't know you. Ready to Love picked you. Ready to Love has a background check on you.
That's true.
But she doesn't. So I gave you a number where you can communicate, but you keep taking it personal when it's not that deep. Look, she's like, a lot of people have multiple numbers. Mm-hmm. You're at the place where you're at this number. You can reach me at this number.
Right.
So until I get to know you, which it looks like I'm not, by the way you're acting concerning this, you hold on to that number.
Right.
Because for a man not to understand, well, because people do more dating online and they don't know these people, they're meeting so many people potentially that they don't want to just expose them where they have to change a number that they had the longest. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna give you a temporary number just until I can determine where you are.
If you get the fully direct access, right? You get the one I'm paying the bill for.
Right.
Because right now you get the one that's free.
And if it's the Google number, then but I'm like, you're so tied up in that. And I'll be like, okay, so what is your trauma behind having had women in the past keep giving you a different number? And then let's find a root cause of that. Because I'm not that woman. How about that?
Question is, does his baby mamas have him on the Google number too? Is that maybe the trauma there?
I have no clue. Who knows? But I think there's a miscommunication. Even when they do text, there's a miscommunication there. So their style of communicating
there
is not
a hurt and a pain, if you will, of not being able to have. You got a number, bruh. You have a way to reach her. The communication may be off, what have you, and if that's not the one for you, move on. There's 8 others,
right?
For you, 7 others, however many is left, right?
And she I feel like she kept making attempts, like, can we get past this?
Right.
She's asking again. I like you. I feel like she had a sense of like, I like you, but can we get past this?
Yeah.
You know, I had to work, so I apologize. I couldn't be here on time, but I'm here. Right. She could have said, you know what?
I ain't coming.
I ain't gonna make it. She didn't need to try.
Yep.
But she did.
Yeah.
And then she was like, okay, she picked up.
She's like, we ain't because from her point of view, from her side, I'm sure she's like, I don't blame her, because it's like, I didn't come here to be chewed out. I didn't come here to have an argument. This is about them trying to get to know each other. And if you're stuck on stupid about that, then
what happened if we were in a relationship? We start dating,
right? Because
he got on her about being like, she's like, I told you I had to work. So yeah, I will move on, because I'll be concerned about someone if something comes up as we're getting like I try to show everyone should be showing their best self,
right?
If I'm on time,
don't send your representative, right? Send yourself. Be yourself.
If I'm on time, you'll see me on time. And the moment that I'm not on time, something must be off or something had to happen.
Right.
So I try to have patterns that will show you that I'm there, I'm available. But when I'm not, you should be able to know this is a one-off.
Right.
But everything, he just seemed to be taking everything so personally.
Yeah.
Man,
don't take it personal. Take the bitter with the sweet. All right.
I can't be single because I'm like, you ain't gonna get on my nerves.
So
you will not.
Other couples that so we see Fritz and Sahara talking, and Sahara's like, he be texting her like, "Hey friend, what up, homie? What up, my guy?" Is how he be texting her, right?
What up, though?
What's popping? What's cracking? And she said that some of his responses were copy and paste.
So she's like, let me tell you something. I memorize how you talk to me every day. You talk to me like this on Tuesday. On Wednesday, you need to come up with a new set of answers.
ChatGPT it, bro. Throw that stuff through ChatGPT. Give me 5 ways to say good morning, queen. That'll set you up for the week. You good now? What up, my princess?
What up, my princess?
How you doing, lady?
How you doing, lady?
Listen, you can come up with 5 ways.
I'm like, okay, she literally told him how to respond to her. This is how you're going to respond. You need to respond to this. Use this emoji. Use that emoji. Do this. Do that. What? Who got time for that?
So his response to her as far as the copy and paste was that he's like, look, I'm consistent. Good answer, bro. I mean, I get it. Get that one. But then he tells producers, he's like, Sahara's cool, but her energy is a lot.
A lot.
He's like, it's aggressive. It's rambunctious. It's loud. It's all over the place.
But he said, but she being her.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, I know she ain't faking it.
She is not sending her representative at all. I believe back. This is exactly how Sahara truly is.
She ain't holding back.
She is not trying to sugarcoat it. This is how she is. No. Just rough, rugged, and raw.
Which that fits for somebody.
Yeah.
But he indicating it doesn't fit for her. Fit for him.
Yeah,
so.
And I have some other things to say, especially when she meets with one of the other guys, because I think that there's something there, right?
Yeah.
And then True is talking with Khil. She's like, look, I'm tired of talking about this phone number. Let me go talk to Khil. So her and Khil are talking, and Khalil's like, okay, yeah, da-da-da. Yeah. So, how old are you? I'm middle-aged.
No, she didn't say middle-aged.
What did she say?
She said she was grown.
Okay.
And she said she was grown. So not just grown. She was grown.
And let's put it into the context, because I think it was around the time they were talking about having kids.
Yes, that's the first.
Because he asked if she had any kids and how many kids she wanted.
Right, because he asked about it, like, do you want to have kids? Because she's talking about being intentional.
Right.
She said she wants to be married before she had children.
Right.
So that's how they got down this road, okay?
So it's not like he just walked up to her and be like, hey, what's your age? No. It's in the conversation of, we want to have kids. I need to know if that's likely, as far as if we got time, if we got 10, 15 years to figure that out, if it works between us, or if we need to get married tomorrow because the eggs are egging, right?
Eggs are egging. Women, we do have a time clock.
There is.
There is, because potentially, not saying that you couldn't have kids, but for the health, to have a healthy baby.
The viability, all of that.
And to have a healthy mom to come through a pregnancy.
Right.
It's better to do it. Now, do women have children older? Do they make it through? Yes. But their percentages of risk is such higher.
Yep.
So it made sense for him to ask, so,
because
it's
a question. Because it's a question. If I know I'm not looking to get married, I'm looking to find love, but maybe I'm not looking to have kids for the next 5 years because I'm in a place in my career, I'm in a place in my life where I know in 5 years that's my time frame. And you're saying that you're at this age and your time frame is 6 months. That's not going to be a match. So I get the question that he's asking, and she's just very evasive about it.
Right. And so he was like, okay, then.
It's like this, yeah. So
yeah, and I mean, I don't get the whole premises of not telling your age anymore. I don't know what it was for older women and what that means. I'm 50. It's not going to change if you know it or not. I'm 50 years old. So who cares if it's mysterious about how old I am?
And let's just be honest. Black don't crack. So now I'll say some are young but look old.
Life hit them.
Life hit.
Now life can
hard.
hit black.
When life hits black, life hits it hard.
Life hits black.
Right?
Yeah.
There's some 20-year-olds that life done hit them at 49.
Yeah.
Right.
I've seen it.
Look old school 49, because 49 still look good in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course.
It
does.
It does. Yeah. I mean, because this might be a whole other conversation that we might need to have. Because there was a time I know when I was younger, 50-years look rough. I knew some 50-year-old
they just
people
got out of
that
slavery.
look. Yeah, that must be it.
You remember, we're only 2 generations removed from slavery. If y'all don't remember, we really just got out.
And they're trying to take us back.
It was like, it was 10 years with civil.
No, Tarsha, it wasn't 10 years.
No, I'm talking about civil rights was in 64.
Yeah, 60.
It was only 10 years from when the day I was born. When we got civil rights laws.
So you saying that's why 50-year-olds was looking rough because they had to go through. I get it.
Segregation.
I get it. Because I'm just saying 50 and 60 don't look the same way it did when I was 18 and 19.
We've been freed.
So, all right.
Yeah, I helped us to say by you.
Okay. And we ain't going back.
Ain't going back.
All right, so over at Cam's house, so Cam was like, I'm going to have a little get together at his house. So he invited Tay, Rocky, and Hussein.
Yes.
So they start playing a game called Let's Get Personal. I'm like, oh, this is about to go left because I saw them also pull out their hornitos too.
I was like, is it shots? Because I didn't know if they missed the question, they was going to take a shot.
Yeah, because that hornitos, he brought that out. I was like, oh, Lord, this is about to get rough.
But everyone answered the question,
right?
Which I thought was a great idea.
Nothing went off the rails or anything.
Yeah. Yes. Well, because they had talked to him because he was at the bottom too, remember? And so for him to come up with an idea where he can become vulnerable.
Yes.
With, I guess, who he felt connected with or who he wanted to invite over.
Because he talks about how you move past depression.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Who is it? Oh, yeah. Rocky. So Rocky says she lost her job in her 20s and she's like, got to hit them streets and sell drugs. That was very interesting. I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting to say she used to be a pusher. She used to be a drug dealer. Like, I'm trying to do my New Jack City life.
Right? It's like, it's like, I lost my job at McDonald's, so I might as well go ahead and start pushing rock. It's like
pushing Big Macs and I'm pushing big rocks.
I was like, what? That's crazy. And she made it. I would love to hear that whole story. Like, did you have to do any time?
That's an own TV movie, right there.
It's like, how did you get out? Did you like slowly got rid of the rest of the product, or did you save up and then get out?
Right.
So yeah.
So all right.
I'm a hustler, baby.
Okay. So a little later, Cam also goes on a date with Rose, and they meet at dinner. They're excited to see each other. Now, one of the things that she said that I think is golden and really is kind of the way that people should look to operate. She's like, she does not let someone else pay for the past issues that she had with past relationships.
Yes. That's deep.
That's a bar right there. I mean, let's just be honest.
Yeah. And granted, right, because she stated that in all her past relationships, someone's cheated. That's, I was like thinking about that. I was like, that speaks a lot. Like what's going on? Is it the type of personalities that you're picking as far as people? I'm not blaming her, but I'm just saying, is there a certain type?
There's a commonality there, right? And so you could say the commonality is just the men, right? But the fact that if everyone that she's been with, that's been the issue, then there's something either that she is allowing, giving off, or that she is choosing. No, we don't know.
Or so I would say more attracting. I would use
I say choosing because when I say choosing, I'm saying the type of person because there's something that is within each of those men. In theory, ideally, right? Yeah. That gives that vibe or gives that basically that's the end result, right?
Right.
So what is it about each of those guys that is a common theme or right?
I think that was something she would have to go through.
Yeah. That
counseling.
That would take some uncovering and unpacking.
Yeah. Or also like when you see signs, not always being open to give people chances when they don't deserve it. If you're seeing, certain things that are occurring, like let me go ahead and walk out before they reoccur. So, but for her to be vulnerable about that and saying that, look, I want to see you for you.
Right.
I want to give you the opportunity, and then also just keeping her heart open,
right?
Because that could make you a very tough person.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
So
and also oh my God, they look like school kids. They just giggling and Google eyes and all that stuff. So I could see the connection.
Yes.
Between the two of them.
Now, one thing that may be a barrier or roadblock for them is she seems to be a person of faith. He is like, I'll just give gratitude. I don't do the whole prayer thing, essentially.
Yeah, I don't know. He states that he grew up in a very religious home. So it just depends on what type of religion he's referring to and what kind of, how was he treated as a child? Right.
And where is the potential trauma at church, what we might call church hurt and stuff.
Yes. Right? Yeah. And trying to figure that out, I'm always concerned. I personally believe, and it's in the Bible that you shouldn't be unevenly yoked with someone, because you're not going to change them. Right.
Or you potentially can, but you can't go into the relationships with the intent to change. Right. If that's something that's important to you and it's not important to them at this point, then the way I've approached it is we can be friends, we can be cool, but if we're not going in the same direction, we're not going in the same direction.
Right, exactly. But he was open to having grace. They were saying grace gratitude, over their meal and everything, and he took his hands because you're doing this openly. So I think for him to feel open enough, I think vulnerability would be the word, to be vulnerable with her, to say grace. Yes. It's a good sign.
It is.
He might have just had a bad experience.
Possible. So Fritz was like, I'm going to go ahead and bring everybody over to a pool party.
At the mansion?
Fritz got a nice house. But now, he said something. He said it was just temporary.
So, I don't know if is he renting or leasing the house? But my thing is this, if I'm single and I'm a single dude, why would I lease a home where it's only me? So that's why I think he's purchasing it, because people do believe in owning real estate. Absolutely. And it's a write-off. And so if he's not there, he might, I would Airbnb because he said he travels a lot.
Yeah. So I would, now, because the thought when he said that, I was like, oh, he renting that for the weekend. He Airbnb that.
That's possible.
It's possible. That's possible. Right? It's possible. But it seemed to have a little more, and granted, Airbnbs do, are decorated, what have you, but it seemed to at least have some personality that matched him. Right?
It seemed to.
unlike that one, what was it, last season, the dude who
Yes, when you said that the photo of his mom was behind the couch. You're like, that's not his house. That's not his house. That's not his house.
I at least believe Fritz, what's his name? Fritz got something to do with his house. I'm good with that. So Naeem is like, oh, Coley looking amazing. Angie looking amazing. Shani looking amazing. He just run down. Everybody looking good.
It's a pool party. Everybody in their bathing suits.
Yes.
So I'm assuming everybody's amazing in a bathing suit.
And if not, they're not.
They're not.
So,
but thankfully they were.
They were all nice, right? So, I mean, just the interaction. There was, I forgot, Eddie was.
Yes.
Eddie was like just really impressed with Angie bringing hot dogs out.
Yeah,
that made his day.
Yeah,
he was like, I can die a happy man pretty much, because he was just like, oh, she just showed me so much that she is just the one. She brought hot dogs. She got that partner vibe. Well, she just opened up the hot dogs and brought them out.
Well, just think about it. Like, you're at the party and you decide you're the gorilla, right? And everybody else is having fun and you really don't get a chance to really enjoy it. So for someone who really don't know him to decide, like, I'm going to help you out. Let's get, like, cooking up everything. That's a Costco pack of hot dogs. Them jokers ain't going to eat that many hot dogs.
That was for production, too. They was like, look, production was like, look, throw some on there for us. Listen, we ain't going to be filming this party all night.
This whole Costco. I was like, dang, how many people there? You know, but also, I think when you're single and you've been to barbecues where it's your boy and their wife or significant other, and you see them working in tandem to entertain everyone else, everybody has that in the back of their head when they're single. Like, yeah, one day I'm going to have that. One day I'm going to have, you know, we're working together, whoever my partner's in, we're going to be entertaining. So I think it was the nostalgia of, you know, of all that being involved. And he's on Ready to Love.
Okay.
She got to be a partner, not sitting down giving orders.
He was just impressed.
That's too that's too crispy. Them burgers are burnt.
Yeah. So
she ain't barking orders.
So, you know, Fritz is like, look, ain't nobody jumping in this pool until I jump in it. So he grabs Shani and pulls Shani in the pool with him. And that started the whole water festivities, right?
Right.
So a little later, Fritz is talking with Coley.
Yes.
And Coley's like, okay, so I've been a little busy. I've been stalking your IG. I've been not just who you follow, you know, who you connected to, seeing if we have mutuals. I went into your tags. I looked at the tags you follow. And you follow this poly lifestyle. This is ready to love, not ready to be with everybody.
I was like, okay, this is very deep. I'm not like an Instagram guru to know what tags are following, whatever, because he started the conversation. He's like, where are we? Hey, I need to know where we are. Are you interested in me? So, you know, he's the one starting the conversation and he's getting to the point. And instead of saying, yeah, I'm interested in you, but I do have some more questions about, you know, how you flow, how many partners and stuff. Right. She just automatically goes into this Instagram and all that. And he's like, oh, so he like, oh, I see how you work. I see where you gonna be. Right. If we get together, I see what you gonna be checking before I come and pick you up.
Right.
Who I've been liking, what I've been watching, and who I put in my story.
His response, though, I'll give her some benefit of the doubt because his response was a little gaslighting to me. You let me know. Because he was like, I'm just curious, which I'm fine with that. I'm good with that. But then he's like, I follow NASA. I ain't never been to space. I follow chefs. I don't cook. So, but are those the same things?
I would say.
And I'm just throwing it out.
No, I hear what you're saying. I don't believe you don't follow something that either you're very curious and you want to know more to see if that's something you would be interested in, right, or you already have an interest in it.
In that particular case, right?
Yes, that's how I do my Instagram, because I don't want to see stuff that I'm not interested in. And if I clicked you on and started following you, and I start seeing stuff I don't want to see, I unfollow you. I don't keep you on there because I don't want it to come through my reel.
Yeah.
So
that's just how I am.
So I hear you, but if you're following NASA, there's something about space you like or something you're interested to the point where you want to continue to see that information.
Right. Or at least have access to it. So, yeah. All right. So, anyway.
Yeah.
So, they're in the kitchen talking also. And we find out a little more about Kiara. Mm-hmm. She's the one, I think she's got 2 kids. Yeah. So, she was with her high school sweetheart, I want to say.
Yeah.
Right. They were together. Broke up, if I remember, because he cheated, right? Was he the one?
And she took him back, though.
Right, she did take him back.
Yes.
He was a professional boxer.
Yeah, semi-pro.
And he got sent, I guess,
something happened.
Something happened. So in Houston, I guess, he got sent up north because I guess in Chicago, we would say you got sent down south because that's where the prison is from Chicago. So he got sent up north from Philly. From Philly. To go to jail. And so, but he's getting out soon. And she's like, they're good, but he's getting out soon.
Which she was just indicating, like.
Yeah, I'll touch on it because a little later, Fritz is like.
So, someone you wouldn't need to know, like,
yes.
Where's the dad? How's that relationship?
What was he in jail for? These are questions I need to know.
Well, yeah, because you would want to know what he's in jail for or coming out of jail from.
Because if he murdered your last boyfriend, I need to know that. These are questions I need to know. I'm just saying.
Well, hopefully, they call it rehabilitation.
That's cool. I'll let somebody else be the test case for that.
And if they're cool, because obviously he's going to want to see his kids.
Right.
And stuff. So, hey. It's good to know.
It's good to know. So Eddie is feeling Angie, and she feeling him.
Yeah, and they were talking, and he talks about how he appreciates
her bringing him hot dogs,
bringing the food to him, and just being there while he was cooking. So he was being entertained. So, yeah, he felt really good about that.
He felt good. Yeah, absolutely. So Coley and Jay.
Yes.
Go play golf. Go play mini golf.
They had their one-on-one.
And Coley's like, golf is her jam.
Yeah. And she was showing it. She was making it go in the hole.
She got lucky with that one. I'm just saying. She was not, let's call a spade a spade. She got lucky with that one.
She was moving and grooving.
So, but they seem to be connecting. He seems to be breaking, or at least getting a little deeper with her. Right.
And it's any kind of stereotypical vibes that he was portraying or, projecting onto her. He's like, oh, she ain't a small little brat that I thought she was, or daddy's little girl, however he placed it or put it on her. But that she, she had some depth and he was asking her some questions. So I felt like they were at least vibing on that date.
Absolutely. All right. And so then the fellas show back up at the vault with Tommy, and they start to talk through who they feeling, who they not feeling. Yeah. Now I forgot all the folks that they were feeling and not feeling. I know Tay's name came up a few times. Angie came up a couple of times. Sahara came up both good and bad.
Yes.
What's the other one's name? I forgot her name.
I'm still working on names until we get a little further in.
So, long story short, as far as who are the bottom two, we have Sahara, and we have True. So, so they meet, or who is it? What's this guy?
Cam.
Cam meets with Sahara. Now, Sahara, and this is what I was going to get to from the conversation earlier. Sahara does come off very, very unpredictable, even as Fritz could it, because in the conversation with Tommy, Fritz was like, I'm just unsure about her because I don't know if I can bring her around family and friends and cousins because she's unpredictable, right? So you see that side, but in the conversation, I do pick up a little of the more softer side of her that leads me to believe that some of what we see maybe, don't know fully yet, but maybe a a facade, if you will, or a mask that is there, because there was moments where she got really soft in that moment. So
I know it just depends on her life and how she was brought up.
Yeah.
You know, again, people have their own safety mechanisms,
Right.
if you can call it, you know, to kind of keep them from being hurt. Sometimes you have to be a little bit hard in some areas of your life to keep from being hurt. And then, you know, or be assertive, right? You're at a certain age and you're ready for things to happen and it hasn't been happening that way. Maybe she hasn't been as patient.
Right.
So she feel like she has to be more assertive. But I do have to give it to her for being genuine.
Yes.
You know, at least she's not pretending to be somebody she's not.
True.
You know.
Yeah, and when I say mask, I'm not saying that she's hiding who she is. I'm saying that there is
I would say a wall, maybe a wall.
There's some code switching, if you will, going on where it's you know. So but she is definitely still ready to love.
Yes, because and Cam was like about to say, so she's like, hurry up and say it. And he told her that she was still, which I was surprised because at first I thought she was the one that was going to be going home, to be honest.
In all honesty, yeah, I think I was in the same mindset.
Yeah, but Cam seemed to be like, look, I'm telling you. But again, he's still doing it more in like a friendly way.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, hey, I think you're sexy. I think you're cool and all that.
Yep.
But I need you to come with, keep that softness, you know, because he calls her his firecracker. He's like, I can manage it. But the question is, are you wanting to manage it every day?
Right. Because that's the other thing, is that I think that she, because of her brashness or unpredictability, if you will, that is putting her more, if she's funny. I mean, that's putting her more in the homie space. But I could see her being in the romantic space, right?
Right.
But she's got to, like you said, let her guard down so that the fellas can see that more often.
Yeah. Because they're not saying they don't like her. I think that's what people have to realize the difference. There's some women who their personality, it rubs men wrong.
Yes.
And it could be a group of men and be like, this chick, I don't want her around me. But she's the type, like, it sounds like all the dudes were like, oh, if I want to have a party and I know someone going to be down, and not only be down to hang out, but she got my back. If something going to pop off, we all going together. And that's kind of what they're giving off. If they're like, if I got to have a chick,
because
Sahara
does give that ride or die type chick.
She like, if you mess with my friend,
she'll pull out a blade too. It's kind of just the feeling I get. Sahara,
she got that Peter spirit.
Yes.
That cut her ear off for you.
Cut a joker. All right. And then what's his name? Khil. Is it Khil?
I believe so.
Yeah, Khil meets up with True.
Yes.
And he's like, yeah, so you know, the fellas were talking about honesty and what have you, and you know, it was mentioned that you don't give out the right phone number. She's like, did I give you the wrong phone number? He's like, no, I'm not saying me. She's like, exactly. She's like, it was Naeem with the 5 kids. Oh, so that could also be part of the issue. The fact that she said Naeem with the 5 kids means that there may be some people that she gave the actual number to, and Naeem, who she gave the secondary number to. So there may be a little of that. It's
possible, but I think it was a shot.
Either way, get over it.
I think she was firing shots.
She probably was firing shots too.
Because he said, oh, he took some strap. No, he's like, oh, he going there. Oh.
Man down.
He's like, oh.
So then he's like, and then there was your age. She was like, all you had to do was ask. He was like, I did.
I asked you directly how old
she was. Well, ask me again. How old are you? 35. See how easy that was? He was like, yeah, I asked you that before. You kept bouncing around the issue.
Don't try to flip this on me.
She was trying to use a Jedi mind trick and make him think that he didn't ask her.
I was like, what are you talking about, chick? I asked you how old you were to your face. And you talk about your age is grown. Put that in a calculator. So that chat GPT in numbers, grown for us.
She coming off like a certain president who forget what he said
right
5 minutes after he said it.
So I'm like this. I'm like, hold on. I'd be like, why are you getting defensive? Right? what the men are just trying to say, they're trying to get to know you. And in some form or way, they felt that they didn't have the opportunity to do that.
As one of them said, it's hard getting the truth out of truth. So needless to say, she's no longer, she's not ready to love. She's like, okay, they still bringing out our drinks? They bringing out our food?
Because I'm going to sit here and get mine.
I'm going to sit here and get mine off.
And my thing is this shows, to me, this shows who you truly are. You know, we've seen it in every season. When people get dismissed, their true self come out.
Like that one chick who was like, Chris who? She was like, I forgot. She basically was like, she's like, don't tell me I'm ready to not ready to love. I'm walking out. She walked out. She's like, tell them to pick me up, and I got somebody waiting at home for me already.
Yes,
that one.
Yeah, she did say that, and
that
she's
was
like,
Houston episode.
When they were on the
in the
resort, like she was running. You ain't ever gonna tell me I'm gonna run away.
She's like, I've never been told I'm not ready to love because I'm not sticking around for it.
Yeah, so to me that says a lot, because then I'm like, okay, I'm meant to note that, because at some point we are gonna meet again, and if I wanted to pursue you outside of this, when I see this. Again, it states a lot to me how you respond to different things.
Yep.
So,
all right. Well, that's it. Now, next week does seem interesting because we start to see where there may be some conversations or starting to have conversations where it looks like Fritz is starting to campaign for a person to be gone, which has always been kind of a rumored thing that happens, but we start to hear about it in the vault. So that'll be interesting.
Because my thing is, if you're focused on your person, why are we worried about somebody else? If you're really there for love, if your person gets voted out and you know that's your person, it sounds like you gone too.
Yeah.
Right?
Because we've seen that happen before too.
Yeah, we've seen that happen before. So.
All right, that's it for this one. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know what we might have missed. And
see you in the comments.
We'll see you in the comments. All right, y'all have a good one. See you next time. Have a great one. Be blessed.
Peace.